Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. So as I'm plugging away over here and getting ready to wrap up most of my day, I've been working on my ebook for a lot of this afternoon. I took some time to reflect on today's events. For those of you who don't know, I did post a video earlier today that I am on day one of a 3-day cleanse, a refresh to just cleanse and detoxify my body and feel more energized and just feel better. Get rid of, those bad habits that I carried with me throughout the summertime. And so far, so good. And I was about to get ready to go on a walk, and then I thought to myself, I have to share something with my peeps. So one thing that I posted on one of my like pages, it's called The Sensitive Life, was this little nugget of information about something that I started doing today called oil pulling. I don't know if anybody has tried oil pulling, but if you have, feel free to comment. Let me know what your experiences have been with oil pulling. Since I made that post earlier today, I've been getting a lot of questions. What is this oil pulling thing? Hey, Erica. What is this oil pulling thing? How does it work? Like, what are the benefits? When do I do it? And so I just wanted to clarify a few important key points to help you if you are looking to, possibly start detoxing your body from all that summertime crap that happened over the summer. Ice cream, barbecues, drinking, the whole deal. So anyway, what is oil pulling? It's basically a method of detoxifying your body. Is that like tractor pulling? Close, Kevin. Not so much though. So here's what I use. I use Nativa coconut oil. It's organic. And you can get expeller pressed extra virgin coconut oil. This is the one that I use. And you want to use a whole tablespoon of it. I know it looks like a lot, but I promise you it's not as bad as you might think. So this is something that you have to do on an empty stomach first thing in the morning before you've had anything to eat or drink, because one thing that I've read, and all sources will tell you this, it somehow messes up with like the digestive process, and like if you have a full stomach when you're oil pulling, I don't know, it's just not a good idea. It screws around with something in your belly. Hold on. Oil pulling is great for lymphatic drainage. I can't say enough good things about the benefits. Yes. So Christine and I have had a lot of conversations about oil pulling. She's had awesome success with it. And this is something that I started doing years ago, but I sort of like fell off the wagon with it. And I figured, well, I'll start doing it today since I'm doing a detox over the next 3 days, and I'll just continue to do it from this point moving forward. So anyway, what you want to do is you want to fill a tablespoon with coconut oil, and you want to put it in your mouth and just swish it around. And the consistency at first, I must admit, is anything but pleasant, but it's not that bad. Eventually it does melt in your mouth, and it's just like you're swishing around oil in your mouth. And so how does it work? Well, it pulls bacteria and viruses and fungi, yes, I said fungi, and parasites, and all of their toxins from the mouth as the oil gets swished around in your mouth. And if it's done regularly, you can see results pretty quickly. There are all kinds of health benefits. And I'm just pulling up my post that I shared this morning on The Sensitive Life. I actually copied and pasted some of my posts from a previous blog post that I made on the Sensitive Life blog. So some benefits include relieving symptoms that are associated with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis and stomach ulcers. It supports tissue healing and repair. It aids in digestion and supports digestive health. And just a little fun fact, 80% of your immune system is located in your gut. So It's super important to nurture your gut and to make sure you're taking good care of it. Whiter and brighter teeth and gums. That's the one thing that I notice when I do it. Like literally within 2 to 3 days, my teeth just pop, like they're super bright. Heels joint pain, that was another huge one for me, because when I first started doing this, it was before I had embarked on my health and fitness journey. I was suffering from a lot of joint pain, and I noticed that this sort of helped to alleviate some of that joint pain, so that was great. Can heal chronic sinusitis. Anybody who has sinus issues, this is really great to help drain your sinuses. So even if you get like a sinus infection, I remember, I don't really ever get sick, knock on wood, anymore. But whenever I've had a sinus infection, this is like, aside from my essential oils, this is one of the first things that I turn to. I oil pull first thing in the morning, and you want to do it, I'm getting ahead of myself. You want to do it for 20 minutes. Okay. All sources will tell you that in order to get the job done, you have to swish the oil around in your mouth for at least, or for 20 minutes. Okay. And then after you're done swishing around the oil, you want to spit it out either in a trash barrel or in a toilet bowl. You do not, I repeat, do not want to spit it out in your sink, because the coconut oil actually solidifies and it can clog your sink drain. So other benefits that it can provide you with: helps with PMS, migraine headaches, asthma, allergies, chronic fatigue, arthritis, and diabetes. It can help chronic skin issues like acne, eczema, and psoriasis. So I noticed, because I used to suffer from eczema myself, when I see a lot of topical reactions, #TheSensitiveLife, that this helped me a lot. So I know it does work for eczema. It does make your skin smooth and soft. It definitely helps with your complexion. And I feel like it also helps with your hair too, and heals inflammation in the body. So, all of these really awesome. Oh, and you know what else I didn't put? It also helps your overall oral health. So heals tooth and gum decay, helps with receding gums. I personally have receding gums because I clench my teeth at night. It's such a bad habit. So this helps with that. Toothaches, oral infections, and gum disease like gingivitis. It prevents cavities and it strengthens teeth. So for anybody who has, like teeth issues or gum issues, this is really, really, really good for your oral health. So for people who are trying to use oil pulling to help with more serious or chronic conditions, it may take, a couple weeks to a couple months to actually really see the benefits of the oil pulling, but you will see progress nonetheless. You will see that, you're benefiting from making that a part of your regimen every single day. So don't give up. Like anything else, it's all about consistency, you guys. So I thought I'd share that little nugget with you. And Dakota this morning was like, I'm not doing that. And that mouth noise is disgusting. If you live with anybody who has an aversion to mouth noises, I'm one of those people. I'm such a sensory human. I'm fine if I'm swishing it around in my mouth, but to listen to somebody else do it makes you want to choke somebody out. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, Cody was like, I am not doing this, but just like everything else he has ever said, nay about, he'll come around, just like, the puppy scenario, because we are going to get a puppy. I've already decided, so there's that. Anyway, so that's about all I have to share with you today. Again, to oil pull, all you need to do, 1 tablespoon of organic extra virgin coconut oil, put it in your mouth, swish it around for 20 minutes before you have eaten or drank anything for the day. So first thing in the morning, okay? And people are like, oh, 20 minutes, that's so long. There are so many things you can do with 20 minutes. I mean, you can oil pull when you're in the shower. You can oil pull when you're doing other morning household chores, preparing your breakfast, whatever. Like, go wild. You don't have to just like stand there and look in the mirror at yourself while you're oil pulling. Like, that's weird. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them for you, so feel free to reach out. As always, I'm always here to help. So I hope everybody's having a great week so far, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.